Friends, today is Saturday, the 14th of November. We've just completed our celebration of the Eucharist, and today, Saturday, we celebrate the Mass of the Blessed Virgin, who is right over my shoulder here. And our Gospel today continues a theme that we've been looking at for the last few days, and that is the end times, the end, when the end comes, and preparing for the end, the second coming, that is, of Jesus. And as we wait, we need to be persistent in prayer and not give up and not grow weary. You know, we pray the Lord's Prayer, "Your kingdom come, your kingdom come." And you know, even at the time of Luke, when Luke wrote his gospel, people prayed, "Your kingdom come" as well. And perhaps even at the time of Luke, and maybe between the 70s and 80s in the first century, people were already growing weary, wondering, well, where is the Lord? And is the Lord coming for that second coming? And our gospel today says that the Lord will come speedily, but not immediately. Speedily, but not immediately. And as we wait, we simply have to be persistent and not give up. And thus the parable points to that, persistence in prayer. The widow. You know, oftentimes widows and orphans, both in the New Testament and the Old Testament, are considered those most vulnerable, most in need. And the gospel today, we have a widow who wants a decision from a judge who is a dishonest judge, making it even more difficult. But the parable begins, Jesus told his disciples the parable about the necessity for them always to pray without becoming weary. I wonder about ourselves, do we grow weary? And if we do, why? Why do we grow weary? Well, I suppose because we think the Lord doesn't hear us, or that we somehow think our prayers are not answered, so we just kind of give up. I think the problem for most of us is we are not persistent enough. We don't just keep going like this widow who prays and is persistent with this judge until she gets what she wants. And the judge, he says he's a dishonest judge, but who, I like the phrase here, he neither feared God nor respected any human being. Not exactly judge material. Neither feared God nor respected any human being. And so this widow has her task set out for her, but she keeps going until the judge, finally afraid that she will bring harm to him, and answers in her favor. And the point of the parable is from the lesser to the greater. If this judge, this dishonest and kind of worthless judge, can give justice to this woman, how much more, how much more will God give to us, a loving Father for his children? How much more? That we simply need to continue and be persistent. But you know, we live in an age in which we want everything immediately, a fast food age, I call it, where, you know, you order from your car at McDonald's or whatever, and, you know, 30 seconds later, you expect that food to be right there. And if it isn't, you know, it's you grow impatient. Or the computer, you're pulling something up, pulling a file up, and you see that little ball spinning, and maybe it's only a couple seconds, but you think, where is that thing? What's the matter with this computer? Now we want everything now and immediately. And you know, the gospel says that justice is done for us from the Lord speedily, but again, it doesn't say immediately, and that's the challenge for us. You know, an example in the Gospels of persistent in prayer, waiting, and finally receiving the object of that prayer is the prophetess Anna. Anna in the temple, who waited almost a century in prayer. Day and night she prayed until finally the Christ child arrived. Or the prayer of Zechariah that, now, Lord, you can let your servant go in peace because the Lord has finally come. That kind of persistence is what the gospel calls us to today. The final line of the gospel is one of those that makes us sort of stop a moment and think. It's a poignant line, and it says, when the Son of Man comes, when the Son of Man finally comes, will he find faith on earth? Will he find faith on earth? Or will he find that all of us has just simply given up? We've stopped waiting. We've stopped praying. And the gospel then reminds us that, we are preparing. That's the purpose of these gospels the last few days, preparing for the end and not to give up. Keep that faith strong. Keep those prayers strong. Keep praying and never give up hope. Because the Lord, a loving Father, will give us what we want and need. And he will come. And let us be ready for that coming. Have a great day and a great weekend, and we'll see you tomorrow, which is the 33rd, I think, Sunday of Ordinary Time.